I have this put together for the longest time, and they're kind of ideas or things that have been in my mind or things that I've been noticing, and I haven't had the chance to talk about. So let's talk about it. Okay, what I have here is a vape pen, a 6 foot, over 6 foot person, a Porsche 911, and then energy drinks. And I feel like our society right now is obsessed with all these things. The youth and the old are all obsessed with energy drinks. Everybody's drinking energy drinks. It's not healthy, but it's weird. I feel like it says something about our society right now, but nobody's talking about it. Uh, Tall people. I feel like everybody's kind of obsessed with tall people right now. I think always people always wanted to be taller, but I just feel like the obsession has been crazier. You see people online talking about it. It's like if you're not 6 foot and higher, like you're not even considered anymore, which is not a good thing. And I've been seeing like articles about people getting surgery where they will like break their bones and rebuild it, and then they will add them like 2 or 3 more inches, and they're like, it changed my life. But then I guess the negative of that is they can no longer do sports or do any extraneous activity, like anything that's very hard on the body. They cannot do it because they're super fragile. But they're taller. It's like if I can run, I'm not. I don't want anything. I, I don't know. I just think we're way too obsessed with tall people. And I feel like you have to be around. You really have to know a tall person and have to have gone shopping with them to really understand their struggles. Like finding pants, jeans that fit them, shoes that looks nice but it still fit them. Um, and if it's like a tall and awkward person, they just stand out. You ever seen when like a really tall person falls? They like tumble, like they're like a whole building that just fell. No hate, but I feel like shorter people consider the they don't consider the struggles that tall people have. I'm not short, nor am I tall, and I've never really struggled with height issues. But I just feel like our society has put way too much importance on tall people, and I feel like girls don't help either. Like girls always want guys that are 6 feet or higher, and I don't know. I just feel like that's something that's been standing out to me, and I wanted to talk about. Porsche 911, Carrera, GTS, GT3, GT4. I feel like the entire youth is obsessed with these cars. And it's not like a Camry. It's not like an average car. This is like a 200,000, very limited quantity every year, very few made cars. And every time I get on YouTube, somebody's talking about them. Kids are saying that's their dream cars. It's my dream car too, but I just feel like it shouldn't be that many people's dream cars. It is the most beautiful car that's ever made. Like the coupe, the size of the shape is very perfect. But it's just way too many people obsessed with them, and it's not like an average person's car. But dream on, I guess. Is that it? Vape pens. I've already spoken about vapes before, but you guys are doing too much. You guys are doing too much. Put the vapes down. It's not good for your lungs. And besides that, you guys are showing up to sports on the soccer field. You guys are vaping. Just take a break. I've already spoke about it. I don't want to speak about it again, but that's another thing that our society is obsessed with. And last time I spoke about it, I said that um, cigarettes are better than vapes, and I don't smoke. I don't smoke anything but cigarettes. What I said was at least they require there is an extra friction for you to smoke. Like you have to light it up, and you're not gonna lighting a cigarette up, take one hit and put the fire out. Like because that's what's happening with vape. People are just taking hits. Like hey yeah, they're about to step into a soccer field or a basketball court, but they're taking a quick hit before they step in, like it's some energy drink or something. So please put the vapes down. And there is enough people in the ER that came out and be like, "Hey, Vapes are not it. You need to put them down. Um, but these are the things I'm here to talk about. I guess I already spoke about. I'm very excited. I finally got Red Dead Redemption for the Switch. And you're like, Abdel, why are you playing Red Dead for the Switch? Um, well, because I've been wanting to play this game for a long time. Because every time I'm online, somebody will be like, this is the greatest game ever. And I'm not gonna play it on console. There is just no time to do that. So I have it on the Switch. It's the only game loaded in there right now, and I can play it outside of the house. So I can just like pick it up any day when I'm bored and I don't know what to do. I can just pick it up and play it. I don't want it for the console. That's it. I don't have anything else to do or say. I might make some fashion videos just because I've seen people online asking about where are the regular guys that dress regularly. We need some fashion advice from them, not like the super fashionists, like fashionistas, the wisdom and whatnot. What else? What else? What else? Oh, okay. If there is one society, some people that we don't take personal hygiene from, it's the Western society. No hate, no hate. It's all love. But the Western society is very hard headed, right? Like for the longest time we've known, like just wiping your ass with just dry paper, it does not mean it is clean. So very slowly right now, the Western society is learning about bidets. The Western society now, like in America now, we have dude wipes. It's just wet wipes. They call them dude wipes, so to get men out there to start cleaning their asses. And it's like, what is the disconnect? Why do you think it is so important to clean babies' butts with wipes, wet wipes? Is to make sure they're actually clean, right? Or to wash them off to make sure they're actually clean. So, what makes you think that you're gonna grow up and just completely be like, yeah, that doesn't make sense anymore. Since I'm grown, I'm gonna just wipe my ass with dry paper and consider clean. That makes no sense. So now slowly the whole society is like, yeah, we might need to clean a little bit more. So let's do wet wipes or let's install bidets. We're making progress. We're making progress. I mean, the rest of the world, we've been kind of doing that. We've been washing our asses, which is like something I couldn't get out of my mind lately. Like I don't know why, but the whole hoarding of toilet papers during the pandemic. Like imagine, hey, the world is about to shut down. We're not gonna have food. We're not gonna have this. But hey, the most important thing to hoard is toilet paper. It is such a unique. It is such a unique problem. For the first thing to cross your mind is toilet paper. What am I gonna clean my ass with? Am I here like, well, do you guys know there is like millions and millions and millions and millions of people that just wash their asses. Like until I came to this country, I was not wiping my ass. I was just washing my ass. Now I am more wasteful. I wipe and then I wash. Funny enough, I had a conversation with a buddy of mine at work about this, and I just told him everything. I'm like, yeah, and it's like, well, how do you wash your ass? And I'm like, with your hand. It is like, wait, what? And then you come and shake my hand with it. I'm like, no, that's why you shake your hand. You shake hands with the right hand, not the left hand. But you also clean your hands, so it doesn't really matter. Um, but he was talking to me about like, yeah, he got a bidet, and yeah, he can't imagine not like he can imagine just going back to wiping with dry paper. But it was just it is such a unique thing. Like toilet paper became the biggest thing during the pandemic, and it's like, yeah, no, that's a very unique, very specific group of people's issue, not for everyone. Um. Anyways, the discussion right now on TikTok that I've been seeing is guys were talking about what do you use that little opening on on boxers like men's drawers. How do you use that? Or if you use it, and some of the guys are like, no, you don't use that to pee. Like you just pull out your thing at the top of your jaw and pee. And some of them are like, yeah, you thread it through that and you pee. And out of all that, in the comment section, women are like, I don't know, this is businessman. What am I doing here? But You scroll a bit down and then you see women are like, I'm hearing a lot of shaking and not a lot of dabbing or cleaning. Which turned out women did not know that most of their men, like in the Western society, they just pee to shake their penises and they put it back in, like with all that urine and whatnot. And they didn't know that. And it's like, yeah, that's another thing when it comes to personal hygiene in the Western world. You stand up to pee first and foremost, and when you stand up to pee, there is pee that is bouncing from the urinal and back to on your clothes. Like I've done it myself. So if you ever just wanted to know, just wear shorts and go stand at a urinal and pee. Inevitably, a bubble is gonna bounce and bounce on your leg. You're gonna feel it. You're gonna lie to yourself that you don't feel it. It was not pee, but it is pee. But besides that, yeah, they're not wiping. They're just putting a dirty penis back into their pants, like, and just walking around all day like that. And that's another flaw. I myself, I sit down to pee. In the Western society, if you sit down to pee, you tell other men, they're gonna call you a sissy. Excuse my language, but that's what they say. They're like, "Are you a girl? Why are you sitting down to pee? You're a man. You don't sit down to pee. You only sit down. Like, why you squat to pee? You only sit down to take a number two." So that's another big difference in, for example, how I was raised and like in the Muslim culture. And you see, like this amount of Muslims in the Western world also stand up to pee, depending on the environment. Like I've never ever stood up in my house and peed, but for example, if I go to a public restroom, yeah, I will wear the toilet paper or I would weigh, I would get a water bottle. I might stand up to pee, but I will still rinse. But it's just it's a huge thing, like where the Western societies, like they know that what they're doing is not clean, but they're just too slow to adapt to the rest of the world. Like initially, you will get called weird, like they see it as weird, as uncivilized things to do, like to be washing your ass, blah blah blah. But now you see it slowly, like they're like, yeah, we need the bidet, we need the dude's wipes, we need the wet wipes, we need to actually clean. Anyways, enough yapping for today, and stay clean, dude.